The tentative agreement approved today by leaders of the United Auto Workers Union does not include a new product for the Lordstown plant.
It was not the news that former workers wanted, but hope remains for the plant, and GM still may end up with a presence around Youngstown. In a statement released this afternoon, a GM spokesperson wrote that projects planned for the Mahoning Valley include the opportunity for a battery cell production plant creating 1,000 jobs, as well as the sale of the Lordstown complex to the Lordstown Motors Corporation to build electric pickups, another 400 jobs initially. Neither of the initiatives were covered under the tentative agreement with GM and the UAW. Now, leaders at UAW Local 1112 in Lordstown were disappointed the union could not secure a product for the Lordstown plant. Earlier this evening, President Tim O'Hara talked with us by phone. He was in the meeting today in which the union leadership voted to approve ratification, but both O'Hara and shop chairman Dan Morgan voted against it.
I'm disappointed that they couldn't secure a product, but they told us they did the best they could.
You could hear the frustration in Tim O'Hara's voice as he left Detroit this evening, headed for Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is now home, and where his wife now works at the GM Corvette plant. O'Hara told of how Local 1112 shop chairman Dan Morgan, during today's 7-hour meeting of UAW leaders, gave a passionate speech in support of the Lordstown plant, after which Morgan was given a standing ovation.
He basically said that what happened to us can happen to anyone, and of course everyone in that room works at a General Motors facility, so he just wanted to tell them that, we did everything we could to secure another product.
We remain strongly opposed to the decision to unallocate the plants.
At an afternoon news conference, UAW spokesman Brian Rothenberg said the UAW negotiators did everything they could to reopen Lordstown, along with plants in Baltimore and Warren, Michigan.
It takes two people to negotiate. I'll just leave it at that. I think everybody understands how serious that issue is.
But I think GM was so dug in on splitting apart Local 1112 and shutting this plant down, which is, it's not just bad for our members, it's bad for the Mahoning Valley.
UAW leaders also decided to continue the strike until the contract is ratified. The meetings will start on Saturday, and the deadline to vote is Friday, October 25th, meaning the strike will last at least another 8 days. O'Hara says Local 1112 will have its ratification meeting the first part of next week and vote midweek, though he did not have exact dates or times.